is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4.
This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Fields passing on the first play from scrimmage. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season opening opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a
different story.
long night.
On second down, here's Fields. That complete. It's Tyler Scott with it. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
This defense for the Niners, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
He's going to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
You look at this Niner defense.
They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game, right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There haven't been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead him to fourth down.
Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
Here's Fields on the sneak.
They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down.
I think in this situation, all you want to do is make sure your guys are set up front. No one jumps, no penalties. Sometimes we even call cadence, just go and pick it up.
Yeah, because it's on them. I mean, the quarterback's job's pretty easy there.
It really is. You talk about inches, just go get it.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Locates Mooney on the out route.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 43-yard line.
Hey, going out right here. Eleven.
From the gun, here's Fields.
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there. It leads to 4th down.
And here's Trenton Gill now.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line. Going quickly out wide to Moore. And out across midfield down to the 45.
Now a play fake. Lance.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
4-yard loss. Brings up 2nd and 14 at the 49-yard line.
The Lance going to throw.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Yetur Gross-Matos getting in there to make the play.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it from route.
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
And Lance, he's going to change the play.
At the 2-yard line.
Ready?
Chubb will score. Touchdown, 49ers. Jake Moody now for the point after.
And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of their way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
9 yards on the gain there, so from 2nd and 19, now we've got a 3rd and 10.
Now that's a decent amount of aggressiveness right there. Inside their own 10-yard line, they still run the toss, even though they know that that can be a little bit of a dangerous play, and it pays off pretty well with a nice run.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in what you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week. You must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Here's Fields now on second down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Niners are going to take over here up near the 40.
Intercepted. The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've... Oh, wide open, complete! Touchdown, 49ers! Brandon Ayuk, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go to Johnson again. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Off-play action, Fields. And complete, Gresham. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Fields now to throw. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go out right here.
Now Fields going to keep it running left.
And look at this for the 2nd straight play. The 49er defense drops him for a loss. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
But that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Now it's Fields.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. There he goes left side. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, 49ers.
Now Moody for the PAT.
And it's 21-3. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone.
Breaks through the contact. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Charvarius Ward there to make the stop. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And taken right at the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Lance. zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Danny Gray, a touchdown on a kick return, and now run through the air. And the 49ers are able to add on to their first half lead. Moody good with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half.
Bears 3. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick it off for San Francisco.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First down 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Here we go, son. Yes. Right.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say.
And now off to the races down the right side. A big play there for the Niners. 42 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
Lance now on first down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Ready.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing his Lance on third down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner.
And this one will be brought back to the 22. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Lance to throw it.
Steps away to his left. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
The extra point try now for Moody.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Bears 3.